Hello and welcome back to the 19th level of Journey to Rooted Hold, where we are dealing with some brained combat. Now, can I just run in here and deal with these? There are two paths, it looks like. I can run in here, deal with the goblins first, possibly a challenge scroll. Is the challenge scroll going to tell me to take one path over the other? I wonder. Then I have to exit this way. Kill all of that, come in here, and I think... No, okay, what that's saying is I can't take this. If I go the goblin route, then I have to clear this before dealing with the roach queens. Oops. Dealing with brained goblins in a too wide passageway, and not that difficult, it turns out. Don't do that. I'm dead. Okay, how do I safely approach this? Well, I guess like I just did. Okay, well, not like that. You know what? Let's just come to the back. Because it's much safer to attack all the eyes when they aren't facing you. Whoops, I should have... Oh, that was a bit of a mistake. Okay, and now I go across the trapdoors. Oh, that's going to be a little bit of a pain. Not too bad, actually. Down, along, up, in that order. Okay, I chose correctly, apparently. Take the southern passage first. Okay. I wonder what it is about that that makes it harder, but not seeing... maybe it was dealing with these goblins here, with this orb? I don't know, that was pretty easy.
Beethro Budkin.
Shove off, you. I'm working.
Oh, so you don't want to hear my secret? I really think you do. They've knocked down a roosted roach grill.
You're lying. I know you are.
You defaulted on the writ, and you are a heretic anyways, a delver. All it took was one push by a certain association to a sympathetic ear in, or should I say, above Duganese Parliament, and that little piggy ear liked what it heard. Undoubtedly. You shouldn't make so many enemies, Budkin.
They wouldn't.
When she told anyone what did you hear? You make things difficult for other people. People accustomed to getting their own way. Seen how lately.
I'm not falling for that again.
But I'm not tricking this time. I'm reporting. Your young nephew has been approached by the Empire. The Mud Coordinators were instructed to pass on a job offer from no less than the Empire's architects. Losing allies and gaining enemies in Beethro. There's only one way out for you now. Then things we'll see later.
Okay, not a room that we have to clear. Nothing to do here. Two ways that we could have come in to encounter this guy. Right, so that was interesting. The roasted roach? Yeah, the roasted roach grill. That's Beethro's restaurant where he chops up roaches and cooks them. Feeds them. Well, I guess he chops up the roaches down here, but I mean, probably chops them up more up at the roasted roach grill. Feeds them to people. But if the thing in the pit is to be believed, the roasted roach grill is no more. Alright. Man. So for all this twisting and whining, that was actually just a straight shot to the end there. Were there any other paths I didn't take? I didn't go down that way, I didn't go up this way. Let's deal with this one. Because I have a feeling this one's also going to dead end. It's going to go around to the other end of the... It's going to end up here, I think. And then this way will be the exit. Alright, so ortho squares and bombs in that setup guarantee that I can't just stab the brain. Can't stab these roach queens either. So, can't do anything. I clear the room from here. Okay. In that case, all I have to do is traverse the room this time around. Which is going to involve fending off roaches while trying to drop trapdoors. Not too bad. Let's not be too reckless here, but I'm actually safe. Okay. Curiosity must first be conquered. First place tie. I guess I never did that on my, well, say on my previous playthrough. This is actually the first time I think I've played this where I've had CaravelNet active, so it makes sense that I wouldn't have previously grabbed that score. Because I don't think I started using CaravelNet until towards the end of the City Beneath, maybe? The Brazzera and Archipelago. For some reason I distinctly remember that being the place where I started using CaravelNet. Wonder why it took me so long. Yes, this tunnel here. This was a huge pain, finding that secret. Last time I did this. Let's go deal with that first. Hopefully this won't cause us any trouble, having not cleared that. Challenge. When fighting the 100, the 90, and the 27, Always keep a space between you and the closed door behind you. 100, the 90, the 27. Wait, 100. Oh boy. Okay, well, I have to back up there. Okay, that's as far back as I can go. And still get the challenge. Okay, that didn't work. Well, I have to do that. I don't get a choice. Let's quickly check turn order. 1 to 100. Yep, these were just dragged in with a rectangle, it looks like. Yep. What does that mean? I think that means I'm going to be better off being at the bottom than being at the top, because if I'm at the top, okay, apparently I had that backwards. Well, maybe? They seem to be flowing a lot faster. Whereas if I do it this way, they get stopped up a lot more, which means that there's more likely to be a wave. Man, this is going to be incredibly obnoxious to get this, because this is basically, I mean, this is probably the worst secret room in the hold, from what I recall. Like even if I'm just trying to clear the room, it's going to be a pain. Never mind actually keeping the gap there. So this is very much a unlimited undo situation, because I feel like I'm just going to be trying a bunch of random inputs and no, okay, what I'm doing here is terrible. I don't normally like playing with unlimited undo, although I think I might be coming around on that. So a lot of roaches all at once there. Okay, well I got... no, I didn't even get the room. Okay, well I do think that transitioning to the top helps. Maybe not that way though. Yeah, no, this is really... So how are we going to do this? You know, funnily enough, in hindsight, I don't think that it actually makes that much of a difference whether I'm using unlimited undo or not, because my thought process is still largely going to be the same here. Because there's sort of two approaches I'm taking. The one where I stay at the bottom as long as possible, which doesn't seem to be working particularly well. Do I ever want to go up? No. Ah, really? I don't even get... Yeah, so I cannot step in this column if I want the challenge. Why? Why would you do something like this? Okay, well I've cleared the room. I've cleared the set of roaches. Okay, so new strategy then is to try. Oh, that's not good. So instead of trying to stay at the bottom, like I'm doing, we are instead going to stay at the bottom as long as we can, but as soon as we start changing, man, I do not like what's going on here. Yeah, because that costs me so much ground. No, this is like the worst I've ever done. So let's see what happens here differently if instead of swinging, I just wait there. Does that help? No, that was terrible, so we'll go down again. No. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, definitely the worst room in the hold. It's just not, especially since when it first came out, you didn't even have the ability to see turn order, so it's just... See, now I'm just doing the kind of the same things over and over. And it's not working. Staying at the top or staying at the bottom, neither of these approaches is going to work. Which means the actual solution is going to involve either going back and forth a bunch or staying in the middle. No, that's looking really bad. It's all looking really bad. Okay, if I just back up straight... Okay, well you're just gonna keep following me. I'm gonna have to do a maneuver. So how does one actually go about approaching something like this? Do I just have to start like making a tree of every single decision point and going through it? Am I supposed to be able to predict how the roaches are going to collapse based on various movement? Well, I'm going to go for the back and forth approach. I don't know, I feel like by going not on either end, I'm causing myself more problems. But now that I've spaced out the bottom row, I can just kind of collapse everybody into it. No. Well, that was interesting. I don't like it when I have this situation happen where I can't make a kill. Well, the top ones should be faster than the bottom ones generally, right? Which means I need... No, that's not the right way to approach that. I need to break you up somehow. Was there any time I had an opportunity to do that? This and that. Okay, that did it, for some reason. I'm not even gonna get it. Okay, do I try switching over again? Problem is I can't. Okay, I can do that. Nope. That's just way too high. So maybe I have to do back and forths like that a lot more. If I do that, they're just going to collapse. But this is not going to work. Okay, well I got through again, but... I don't even know if I'm on a path that's going to eventually lead to victory here. Not like that. So the problem with staying at the top we get blocks like this where because these three are moving along, those two are being pushed. Oh, hey, I actually moved forward. Well, one step forward, two steps back, but... Okay, so vertical preference makes that kind of work, where I can get them to move in a chunk together. No. There we go. Yeah, this is definitely an unlimited undo situation here. That's ridiculous. 90. Again, I can't stand in this column at any point. Are you guys jammed in the same way? 1 to 90? Looks like it. So we're going to start the same way. Well, this was terrible. You know what not to try. Right. I don't have to go back to the checkpoint. I do have unlimited undo on. Oh. Well. Is this going to overwhelm me at the end? Yes. Okay, so that's... I just have to do a little bit... let's change things up a little bit before we get there. You know, there's still something to this. Okay, so let's look at this again. It's not a toggle, just need to make sure. Doing that little bump up didn't do me any good at all, did it? Okay, there we go. $45. This one, I can go to the very end. I notice that there's an extra bit of space there, so I'm trying to deliberately use a different strategy, a different start. Maybe I shouldn't be. That forces me back quite a ways. That's the problem. But why are you slower? Ruins everything. This is never gonna work. Okay, well, I can kind of go halfway. Which... There we go. $27. So this one again, I can't go to the very back. Well, that doesn't work anyway, even if I was going to attempt that kind of an approach. So I have to do this one without stepping next to this. Well, it's going to be the same as this, where I have... I'm going to come down part way and then retreat. Okay, so let's do that until we don't have anything coming below us. Really though? It's just... this whole thing, like this room, it's just a terrible room. See if I don't. I determined right away that I couldn't do that. So let's try the other extreme. Right down here. Cannot do that. There's got to be something in the middle. Okay, we'll try this row. And we'll just go down the rows one at a time until we get something that's going to work. That one did not work. This row. Does not seem promising. This is terrible. This setup. No, there's nothing good about that. Okay, one more. Okay, that doesn't work. So, by backtracking instead? Nope. Nope. Like, how would I even solve this? Never mind with one less column. Okay, if I go here. I go all the way to the bottom. Well, that doesn't work. And nothing tricky with the orb. What else could I try? Have I tried that? No, because it looks different, but it also looks worse than anything else I've ever tried. Yeah, I guess I could try doing something like that, where I do a zigzag, but... that just seems terrible. No point in ever doing that. It steps south on the first turn. How is stepping south different than doing this, though? It's gonna be identical. The only difference is... Okay, so there's a difference between retreating like this and doing this and then retreating, right? Okay, so you have that kind of a pattern there. Yeah, no, that's different. Waiting a turn gives us that. Actually, that looks the same as just waiting, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, well that worked. Didn't get the challenge. But waiting a turn actually let them get into a more favorable position. So I guess... That was obviously not going to work. I don't know why I even bothered to make the inputs. Again. That's just not a good row. This was the one where I have to... Okay, well, that's not a pattern I've tried yet. Turn twice and then go back up. That's just gonna extend this, though. So it might work at a certain... Yeah, it might work once I have enough. I've gone down far enough. Although... Ah! Maybe something like this. And without getting this... I mean, I've done it without I've done it using this row, or this column. But now I am just kind of doing random stuff. Like, this is not... This is not ever going to get anywhere good. Okay, that somehow worked. Height 32. And that seems to be a tactic that kind of works for this. Okay, that's where it starts to move across. Do that, you're gonna do that. Nope. I do. Avoid the squeeze. Wow, that was a truly wretched achievement, I have to say. Yeah, and this is still my least favorite room in the hold. I remember not liking this the first time I got to it. But at least it's done. At least it's done. And that brings us out here. If we were to do this without the challenge, or without the secret room, we would have just come in here. Which I think means we're gonna have to come back around for this room. Well, can we just do that now? Well, this other room is a dead end, so let's just get it while we're here, since this is the only way into it. The easy way to deal with this. least until the rattlesnake gets to a certain size. We do have targets here, so we do have to clear all of this. Oops, what was that? Okay, just set that. It is actually faster to just wait in here, okay. Used up until a certain point. This room feels really dark. Okay, so if we go in here, there we go. All there was to it. Well, I guess we could do this trick again. Actually, let's just wait here until you come around. You do have to take out all of this mud. That's a bad angle to attack the mud from. Okay. Alright, and that's it for this room. I don't know what the point of this room is, really. Is it to make sure that the player knows they can abuse tunnels to deal with brained rattlesnakes? Or are we supposed to actually be running out here and dealing with all of this our stuff while we have a brained rattlesnake chasing us? I suppose if there was a timer in this room, they could enforce that kind of thing. Alright, this will be that again. Oh. That room was pretty straightforward. And we're back here. As long as there's no scroll here, I should be able just to get this one done quickly, which actually isn't going to finish the level, is it? Probably not. So you know what? Actually, I'm going to just stop here, and we'll finish this room and whatever else is left on level 19 in the next part. I will see you then.